So what happens if I need a car during bankruptcy? That's a very common question that we hear from our Chapter 13 clients. Find out what you can do while you're in a Chapter 13 in our next video. Our Chapter 13 clients can be in their case anywhere from 36 months to 60 months. And well, life happens. So even though you're in a bankruptcy, it doesn't mean that everything is going to stay the same. And something that we see quite a bit is we see clients that need to get another vehicle while they're in bankruptcy. Now, it can be just simply they got into an accident, and their car got totaled. Sometimes cars break down and they just simply need a new vehicle. But you're in a bankruptcy. So who's going to loan you money while you're in a bankruptcy? How do you go through the court to get a new car? Well, the answer to that is we do a motion to incur debt. And the motion is actually pretty straightforward. In our case, we actually have on our website a very detailed process, so clients can go through there. They can even show it to the car dealers, so they know what the process is. But here's how it works. Something comes up and you wreck your car or the car breaks down, and you need to get another vehicle. Well, in order to incur any debt while you're in bankruptcy, you have to ask the court's permission. So what you would do actually first is you need to find a car dealership that will loan you money on a vehicle, and that will provide you a term sheet. And I've yet to run into a car dealership that won't do this. Now, some dealerships do not work with people in bankruptcy, but many do. We're based here in Atlanta, and trust me, there's plenty of companies that work with folks that are in a bankruptcy. But the car dealer will write out the loan terms, and the court's going to need to know the amount, the interest rate, how much of a down payment, what are the monthly payments. So all of these terms are going to need to be on there so that the court can assess that if it is a good deal or if this is okay for you to enter into. Because remember, while you're in a Chapter 13 bankruptcy, think of the court like your big brother, and they're watching over you, and they want to make sure, the whole purpose of this is to get you out of debt. Now, of course, everyone needs a car, so you can get a car, but you're not going to get a Porsche, you're not going to get a BMW. It has to be a reliable car. And it's going to differ from trustee to trustee. One thing that I really like about our trustees here in Georgia is they tell us these are our requirements. This amount we would consider excessive. This is the interest rate that we would be comfortable with. So most trustees are going to have their terms already out there. So you can provide that to the car dealership, and then most of the time they will work the loan around those terms. So once you have that, once you have your term sheet, you then get that to your attorney, and then we will file a motion with the court. And please, please, please keep in mind, and yes, we know it's important and it's urgent, but remember that this is court. So you're not going to get a hearing tomorrow or even next week for that matter. So we file a motion, and then that has to be scheduled on a court calendar. The court reviews it, and then an order has to be entered. And so that's going to take a little bit of time. So most of the time, at least in our district, you're probably looking at 45 to 60 days from start to finish to get it on the court docket, reviewed, approved, and an order entered. So you're going to have a little patience, but again, it is possible. So if you do need to get a car while you're in bankruptcy, just make sure you talk with your attorney first. Don't ever, ever, ever just go get a car. You would be violating actually the code, and you can get in a lot of trouble. Your case can get dismissed, and you just don't want to go through that. So make sure that you talk to your attorney, and they can tell you if there's any special requirements in their district for doing the motions to incur debt. If you have any additional questions, you can always check out our website. It's in the information in the bio below, and we can answer any questions via email or chat.